And to welcome the Minister, and yes, to welcome this legislation and to commend everybody involved in it. I wish the well-being of children was as central to other legislation going through these houses as it is to this. And it's important, I think, that anything we do to facilitate the ability of parents to spend time with their children be encouraged. And I'd stress that word, facilitate. It's not compel, it's not cajole, it's not blackmail financially in any way. The overriding factor which needs to run through public policy is that the best people to decide how to raise their children are parents themselves, and to the greatest extent possible, the state should stay out of how parents choose to raise their children, while always providing the best possible legal framework for them to make good decisions. And I say this because I do worry that there's an increasing nanny state rhetoric coming into policies at government level when it comes to these issues relating to children and the family. And I have in mind comments that were actually made by Minister Regina Doherty since the last time we discussed this legislation in this House, when she said that the value of money associated with the scheme isn't enough for men to take off work. It doesn't seem to have stopped women from taking maternity leave for time immemorial. And she followed up by saying that men seem to think, and I quote, that caring is a woman's thing and that taking time off real work is still a novelty for fathers. Now, I don't like that kind of language that seems, in my view, actually furthers a conflict between the genders. And I think it has the effect of insulting and belittling decisions which parents make among themselves for their own families. And ironically, Fine Gael recently adopted a new party value at the request of the Taoiseach, which says, and I quote again, Fine Gael believes that individuals and families know how best to organise their own lives and make decisions for themselves. I think somebody should have told Minister Doherty, because I think that the two comments are in conflict with each other. It's a fact of life that the majority of most two-parent families decide that the mum takes on most of the child-rearing duties. This will always be the case. Absolutely, though, we should give fathers every possible opportunity to take more of a role, but in no way should we stigmatise families who choose the outcome that they prefer for whatever reason, given their family circumstances. And for long enough we were listening to talk about the need to getting the church out of bedrooms and out of family decision-making, but I think we now need to be aware of the state getting too involved in the minutiae of people's lives. We need to guard against this. I see signs of it that trouble me, but certainly it doesn't take away from the support that this legislation richly deserves, and indeed the credit that all those involved with this legislation deserve. Thank you.